It's so nice. Thank you guys very, very much. I am locked into the room here because the cats are on a rampage. Thank you for joining me. So soothing and so beautiful, the arpeggiations that you can do on a mountain dulcimer. Arpeggios are just a fancy way of saying picking one note at a time through a chord, and we'll explore that in just a little bit. My name is Futch, and welcome to Dulcimerica. Before I go any further, I'd like to give a big old shout out to Chuck Mosley, one of my patrons on Patreon. Chuck, thank you, man, so much for your support and your encouragement over the years. I really do appreciate it, and looking forward to some of the mischief we can get into in Black Mountain later on this year. What's really, really nice about Patreon is that it's a true community. It's a family of people all gathered together in support of a like-minded idea, concept, or an artist. And many artists are out there doing everything from art and video, dancing, rollerblading, BMX bikers, whole bands. You know, it's a really, really neat environment. But basically what Patreon is it's folks like you who are helping to support artists who want to go or have been going full-time as an artist. And I'll tell you what, it's not easy out there. There's a lot of stuff going on all the time that got you worried about how you're going to take care of that. How's that bill going to get covered? Well, with Patreon, for the past couple of years, I've had to worry less and less about that and focus more time on doing episodes, making music, and that really unfathomable thing, which is learning. Actually sitting down and teaching myself stuff so I can pass it on to other people. It's very, very hard to do that when you're trying to bust around and make that paycheck so you can get from place to place. But with Patreon, it has been so wonderful just to kick back and be able to create and share what's being created with my patrons. People who sign up on my Patreon get all of my CDs and all of my books for a download for free. It's over $600 worth of stuff that you don't have to buy in the store. It's yours. You can get high definition episodes of Dulcimerica. You're getting tablature. You're getting every new MP3 of every new track I write. You're getting demos sometimes of, hey, I just wrote this today. What do you think? Stuff that the general public isn't getting to see or hear, but you're part of an exclusive club with Patreon. So I hope you'll consider it and visit the link right on down here at patreon.com/BingFutch. Check out the video, download some of the free stuff, see what it's all about, and then I hope that you'll join the community that features folks like Chuck and Ali and Rocio and Jonathan and all the wonderful people who I've gotten to know over the past couple of years. Thank you guys again so much. So we're going to talk today a little bit about arpeggiation and how to open up your dulcimer. It's fun to bang on this thing and just strum it. Just strum it like the chord of bundle of wood and sticks it is, you know. I love that. I have a heavy right hand and I just love to dig in. But every once in a while it's nice to change things up a little bit and do what is essentially flat picking. Instead of going all the way across the strings all at once, we would pick each one of those strings individually. That, at its very, very most fundamental, is an arpeggio. So to start off, why don't we do a little exercise in playing arpeggios? And to do this, one of the things I've discovered when you flat pick is that the pick can make a lot of noise on the fretboard. So even though I try to go there as often as I can, sometimes you find yourself being really active there and needing to come down just a little bit into the strum hollow to give yourself some clearance when you're picking through those strings. So let's do this. We're going to roll from the melody string to the bass string. We'll go melody, middle, bass. Melody, middle, bass. Melody, middle, bass. Just do that over and over again. And now we're going to take it the other direction. From bass to melody, here we go. Bass, middle, melody, bass, middle, melody, bass, middle, melody. Now it might freak out the animals in the house or your significant other, but you really should sit around and do this for long periods of time So your hand gets comfortable doing it to the point where you don't even have to think about it much anymore. Like I can have a conversation with you right now, and my hand is automatically just going through this little arpeggio. Granted, it's not intense or anything, but you want to be able to do this and not have to think about it too much, so you can concentrate on the left hand and where that's going to be taking you. So let's do this. Let's do a series of L-shaped chords and move them up the fretboard. So we'll be changing chords with the left hand and doing a nice little roll in the arpeggio with the right hand. So we'll start with a 0-0-2, which will be an L-shaped D major chord where we don't have to fret the bass and the middle because they are open strings. Then we'll go to an E minor, 1-1-3. Then we'll go to an F sharp minor, 2-2-4. Then we'll go to a G major, 3-3-5. Then we'll go to an A major, 4-4-6½. Then we'll go to a B minor, 5-5-7. We're going to play a weird little chord here. Stick with me. This is a C sharp diminished. So we're going to go 6½ on the bass string, 6 on the middle string, and then an 8 on the melody string. It's an odd little chord, isn't it? And then we'll go 7-7-9 for our final D. By the way, that is a scale of chords. We actually went from D to E, F sharp, G, A, and we did the D major scale, but it was a chord-based scale. And those are handy to know for moving chords around and stuff like that. But all we're doing is just moving that shape up the fretboard. So follow my fingers, listen to the tones, and we're going to roll from the melody string out to the bass string. And let's do something just a little bit different. Since we're playing in 4/4 time right now, let's make this a... We'll play 4 notes. Come back to the middle string. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor. F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, C sharp diminished, and D. Nice. So you can do that with any kind of chord movement at all. You can just kind of play around and go. And automatically you can see how that really opens up what you're doing and how you're playing it. So you can work melody in there and move your chords around, and everything just starts to sound really lush and pretty and beautiful. Experiment with some other different rolls, as they might be called. A lot of folks are familiar with rolls from playing the banjo, and you're actually moving through that sequence over and over again. But be very careful when you're playing in 4/4 time not to roll 3s all the time, because that lends itself really well to 3/4 time and 6/8 time, but not so much 4/4. So hold one of those notes for another count, or come on back and put another note in there. You can even play it as 8th notes as well. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... Now, once you get your hand, your right hand or whatever hand you're using, because there might be some southpaws out there, whenever you get used to that engine, that arpeggio engine, that sounds really cool, doesn't it? The arpeggio engine is going to be there for you, so you don't have to always play a full arpeggio. You can stop and allow yourself to move that melody around, and also the bass string, as I just did there. Let me do a little improvisation and move some melody and some bass around. So I'm going to interrupt the arpeggio in order to make those other adjustments and then fall back into what I was doing before. I'll change up the pattern a little bit as well. So what I would recommend doing is when you are spending time with your dulcimer and you're practicing, set the metronome for about 68, 69 beats per minute, and then just kind of work your way around the fretboard and play different variations on the arpeggio. You can arpeggio between two notes, bass string and middle string right now, and bring that melody string in every now and again. And that gives you even a different effect. At that point, you're like playing your own backup. You're playing your lead lines, and you've got like a whole different thing going on over here. It can get a little cross-eyedy, you know. Is that a phrase? Cross-eyedy? It can get a little confusing and make you go cross-eyed. But the more you just kind of drill it, the more you don't have to think about it, and the more you can simply focus on what your left hand is doing, create the chord voicings and movements, and then let this machine do what it needs to do. Well, I hope that has been something that you can use, that you can take home, take away, and implement and employ. Have fun with it, and as always, if you have any questions about any of the stuff you see here on Dulcimerica, drop me a good old line at bingfutch@yahoo.com, and if I'm not chasing cats or recovering from bruises established from some sort of a strange fall accident here in the studio, I will be right back with you and answer your questions. So thank you guys very much. Enjoy your time with the Mountain Dulcimer, and until next time, this is Bing Futch saying, play on, baby, play on. Just waiting for the sounds of crashing glass from in there again. Ay, ay, ay.